Hello everyone, Amud here from LeetTarget Common YouTube channel, and this video will be an addition to LeetCode 100 problems playlist. In this video, we are going to solve count the number of consistent string problem of LeetCode. This problem says that you are given a string called allowed consisting of distinct characters and an array of strings called words. If you see the example below, we have one string called allowed and another we have an array of words called words. Now it says that a string is consistent if all characters in the string appear in the string allowed. So this is the major part of this problem. It says that a string is consistent. This word consists of multiple strings. So it is saying that a string will be called consistent if all characters in the string means A and D if all characters in the string appear in the string allowed. So if you see here, we have first character A, so A is present, but we have second character D. D is not present in allowed, so AD will not be called consistent string. If we pick this word, here first character we have B. B is present in allowed. Second character we have D. D is not present in allowed. In the third string we have A is present in allowed, and first three characters are same, so there is no need to check for that. Then we have last letter B. B is present in allowed, so triple AB will be called a consistent string. Same thing here, we have B and A which are unique here and those are present here. If you see the last one, we have BA present but D we don't have, so this will not be called consistent string. So the output will be 2 because we got two consistent string here. You can read the constants here also. It's saying that the characters in allowed are distinct, which is already mentioned above as well, and words of I and allowed contains only lowercase English letter, so we no need to worry about the uppercase or lowercase. It's only the lowercase characters. Now let's think of logic. So here we have an array of strings, and for each string we need to check whether it is consistent or not. So for that we need to iterate this array. We can easily use the for loop. So from each string we need to get the characters, and then we need to check whether that character is present in my word allowed or not. So the first step will be iterate words in the array. Second step will be extract characters from that word. And third will be check the presence of that character in the string called allowed. For the first one, we can easily use the for loop. For the second one, we have one method called toChar_array. For the third one, we can use the method index of. So how does index of work? If you want to check any character is present in the string or not, we can call the index of method with that character. So how it will give the result? If that character is present in the string, then to return the first index of that character in the word. If not, then -1. Now let's jump to IntelliJ and write the code for it. Since I need to return how many strings are consistent, so I am going to create a variable called counter and setting the value as 0. Now the first step, I need to iterate the string array, so I can use the for each loop. So after getting the word, I need to convert the word to char array. So let me call the toChar_array method, and this will give me a char array. Now I need to iterate this character array, so I can use the for loop again. Now I need to check if this character, whatever we are getting from the word, that is present in allowed or not. So I can use the if allowed dot index of C. If it is equal to -1, then I will simply break, because as soon as we come to know like any character is not present in the allowed string, then there is no need to go for further remaining characters in the word. But here I will require something which will say that if any string is consistent or not after the iteration. So I am going to introduce a new variable, and initially I am setting the value as true. Means I am assuming that every string is consistent. So I need to introduce the new variable inside the for loop. So as soon as we get the index as -1, I am going to set that string is not consistent, so I will set it flag as false. And after this iteration, or we have come out from the for loop, then I will simply have a if condition. If flag is still true, then my string is consistent. I am going to increment the counter by 1. So counter plus plus. From this inner for loop will come out in two conditions, when the string is consistent or when a string is not consistent. If the string is consistent, then flag will remain true. But if string is not consistent, then it will go and satisfy this if condition once, and as soon as the flow goes to this if condition, flag will be set to false. And after the outer for loop iteration, I will simply return the counter. Let me run the program and show you the output. So output is 2, 7, 4, and if you go here, we can see 2, 7 and 4. Now I will run the program in debug mode so that you can understand it much better. I have put the debugger point at line number 6 and I am running in debug mode. So initially we have two variables, allowed and words. I will do step over and counter will be created and the initial value is 0. So now the control is at out of for loop. So let me do step over. So first word we are getting as AD. Let's do step over. One new variable has been created with the value as true. Step over again. Now in the cats array we got A and D. You can see one array of characters. To iterate the characters cat by cat. So I am using the for loop again. Let me do step over. So the C value will be A. 97 is their ASCII value. So here we have one if condition which is checking whether the character is present in the string called allowed or not. Let me copy this and show you in evaluator. Here you can see that it returns 0 because A is present in allowed and that is present in index 0, so it is returning 0. So obviously this condition will be false, it will not go inside. So let me do step over. You can see it is going for the next character. If I do the step over, then we got the new character, that is D. And if I try to evaluate this expression again, this time it will give me -1 because D is not present in allowed. So this if condition will be satisfied, it will go inside this if block and flag will be set as false, and also it will break the loop. But anyway, we don't have any remaining characters in the word, but still I need to break it because for this word I don't have, for others I may have. Now it will go to my if condition. Here I am checking what is the current value of flag, which is false. So false means my string is not consistent. I will not increment the counter. I will quickly step over for the second word because we know that it will go to the same flow. So the third word we have AAB, which we can see here. Let me do step over, go to inside the inner for loop. So the first character will be A and A is present in allowed. So it will return me 0 and it will not go inside if condition. And same thing will be followed by the next two characters because first three characters are same here. So let me do quickly. Now the last character we got B, we can see here, and here again this will give me false because B is present in allowed. So the flag value will remain true after the inner for loop iteration. So the flag value is true. So I will go and increment the counter. You can see that counter will increase by 1. So all the words in the string array will go with the same logic, and after the iteration of outer for loop we'll get our counter. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.